Okay, so we have this question about there's a forest that covers 3,500 kilometers squared and it decreases by 5.75% each year. What would the area be after 5 years? So the key word here is decreasing, and so it's going to get smaller each year. So there are two ways that we could look at this problem. So because it's 5 years, we could do each individual step for 5 years. But if it's any bigger than 5 years, like 500 years, this would take way too much time to do each individual step. But I'm going to do it with each individual step, and then that way we can get a sense of the shortcut version or the formulaic version after we see what's happening with the individual step. Okay, so the first way, doing each individual year. So the first year, we start with 3,500 acres of forest. And then we subtract away 5.75% of our original starting width. So remember that 5.75% is 0.0575. So 3,500 minusing away what was lost, and what was lost was 0.0575 of 3,500. And when we calculate that, we get this 3,298.75 acres. So this is year one. So then in year two, we start with what we had at the end of year one, and we subtract away, again, 0.0575 of what we had. So that's 3,298.75. And we calculate that to be 3,109 and 0.07, and that's the second year. So then we start now with the third year, and we subtract away this 5.75% of what we have, and we end up with 2,930, and that's our third year. And then we start then in the fourth year, and we subtract away 5.75% of what we have left, and this is our fourth year. That's equal to 2,761.81. And then finally, beginning of our fifth year, we have 2,761.81, and we minus away that number times 0.0575 or 5.75%, and we end up with 2,603 left over at the end of year 5. So there is 2,603 kilometers squares left after 5 years. So that's the first way. Then there's a shortcut way. So this is what we start with, 3,500, and we multiply it by 1 minus, and then our percentage, which was 5.75%, written as a decimal, and then we raise it to the number of periods that it's going to be deducted, in this case 5 years. And when I type this in my calculator, I get the same answer that I got doing it year by year. And so obviously the second way is much faster, and if this was something like 40 years, well, clearly this would take all day to do it, each one for 40 years, right? So this way is much, much faster. So why does this way work is what I think is the key thing to take away here. So let's look at this top line. 3,500 minus 3,500 times 0.0575, and that was equal to 3,298.75. Okay, so if I factor out 3,500 out of the first two terms, I get 3,500 times 1 minus 0.0575. So those two things are exactly the same things, and that's equal to 3298.75. So once again, what I did was factor out 3500 out of these two terms, and that leaves me with 1 minus this 0.0575. Then let's look at the second line of what we did up above here. 298.75. So, or sorry, I read the wrong one. 3298.75. So 3298.75 minus OA, 3298.75 times 0.0575. That was equal to 310907. Okay, now notice that 3298 is here and it's there, but also 3298 is equal to this number. So let's replace all of those. So 3298 is the same as 3500 times 1 minus 0.0575 minus, so this number is the same as this number, and that's what I've put here. And this minus is the same as this minus. And then I have 3298.75. Well, that's 3500 times 0.0575. I forgot the minus. 1 minus 0.0575. So that's this is the same as this part. And then I need to multiply that times 0.0575. So once again, what do I have? Well, this 3298.75 is the same as this part. We got that from up here. And then this minus is this minus. And then 3298.75 is the same as this part. And this 0.0575 is the same as this 0.0575. So now, if I factor out 3500 times 1 minus 0.0575, I factor that out. I get 1 minus 0.0575. So how did I do that? Well, I factored this out, and this out of both terms. That's right here. And I'm left with multiplying by, there would be a 1 for this spot when I factored out, then this minus, and then that is right there. And this is equal to 3109.07. And I got that from up above here. Well, if you'll notice, what do I have now? I have 3500 times 1 minus 0.0575. But there are two of these, right? There's this one and that one multiplied. So instead of writing it out, I can just write it to the squared. And that's equal to 3109.07. So after 2 years, then I get this 3109.07. And after 2 years, first year, second year, I get that same number. So following that same pattern, dot, dot, dot down here, I would get 3500 times 1 minus 0.0575 raised to the fifth would give me my answer of 2603. Okay, I hope this video helps. If you have any more questions, please let me know.